Hi guys, so today I have this super cute set to show you from Diamond Press. They did send these items free of charge for my review, and all opinions are my own. Any links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. So I happen to know this particular set is already available. It might supersede some of the other videos I've made, so hopefully my intros make sense or don't not make sense. I don't know. But this is the holiday gift bag stamps and dies. And this is an auto ship or a single ship. So I'll have the links for both the auto ship and the single ship. Of course, the auto ship is adorable. If you guys saw the sneak peek or sneak preview with Beth. On HSN, like if you were to click the link that takes you to the auto ship, I don't think it has the images for like the ones that are coming up. But of course, when they present it, you know, when they demo it, they'll have that info. But if not, maybe you want to hop over to Diamond Press's YouTube page or channel and see the preview, and that way you can see the auto ships. And what's nice about auto ship is that you can skip it as soon as, sometimes even when your credit card is still processing or whatever, they haven't even shipped it out yet, you can go to your auto ship manager and manage the auto ship. So let's say there are 3 of the 4 or 2 of the 4 that you like, you can set up ahead of time to skip the ones that maybe are something that you want to skip. So it's really nice, and you can cancel at any time. So it's really easy to work with there on the site on HSN. Another thing I want to mention is if you do pick up anything before Craft Day, and let's say the price changes for Craft Day, because this is early, Craft Day is on the 13th, you can just not email them, well, maybe you can, but I like to chat online with them just in your, in your HSN page. They'll have a little icon that says chat, and then just let them know, hey, the price changed on this order and our item number, and they'll credit you back that money, or you can call them. But I like to just chat online. It's easy enough. So this, again, has the auto ship, which is adorable. And each auto ship has actually new bags, a new style. So it's not just that you have to have this one and then the other ones play off of this one. You can mix and match, obviously, the elements. But each one has a new cute, like, bag here. Now, having said that, I don't recall if they each have a new this piece. So sorry. Maybe I'm getting myself a little ahead of myself. But we'll definitely check that out. Only because this piece is probably remaining the same in all of them. They're similar, but they have different other pieces here. I will find that out. I'll go look again, and I'll put that information in the description box, or I'll actually type it in here so you'll have seen that. All right. Just in case, because I don't want to say that, you can, well, actually, you can't pick up auto ships later. Anyway, you have to get on auto ship when they launch it, unless Diamond Press has, some more that they bring there, or sometimes HSN will bring some in, some of the extra auto ships, but not always. So, okay, so let's check this out. Looks like it's gonna make a good size bag. Again, this is set up like for the marquee, so it's a little bit larger, area that we can cut on. We have our instructions. There's 2 sheets of color instruction here. Things like this are very straightforward. You're going to need a front and a back, and then the gussets, right? So we're going to cut 2 of this, cut 2 of the gusset, and we're going to put those together and then decorate them as you would like. What's fun is that you can either, like if you want to use the paper bow and you're going to actually slide it into this area, you can choose to cut into your bag with those pieces, or if you're going to use twine or fabric ribbon, it says you can do the circles. You don't have to do them at all. You can just adhere it, however it is that you want to do that, but there's a lot to play with on that one. We have our stamps. I love the carriers, how they're all colorful and beautiful, and then there's little backgrounds and fun things that you can, decorate on your bag here. A little Christmas treat for you. Merry Merry, I love that. To and from, so it has tags in here. Do not open until December 24th. We have Happy Holidays. Merry Christmas, you've been naughty, nice, and it has a check mark. That's so cute. Merry and bright, let it snow. I mean, lots of cute things on here. You got your candy cane, special delivery, the little joy. What I think is really adorable is a lot of these things have dies to cut them out, so you can cut out your little candy canes, which again, you can put that on a card or anything else, or all these little elements, so you can really do that with. The bow I am super excited about. It looks really pretty. It makes like a nice size bow that has like a, kind of goes up, kind of goes down, because you're going to use this one twice and orient them that way. And then the little ribbon pieces that are down here are these pieces, and what's nice about this is that you can use them or you don't have to use them. You can just leave it like that, so it's just a bow, or with the little ribbon hanging down. And then this piece here, I'm assuming it's this piece here, wraps around the bow to finish it off. So we'll talk about all that in just a minute. And then on the back here it shows you the different ways that you can use these things. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, that's really cute. Just, you know, like an added feature. Okay, I was getting confused. I was like, oh, I thought this was the same hole that makes the little holes in here, but no, it's a whole separate piece. So that's really cute. I love that. It reinforces your little tag. Adorable. And then even that little Joy has the, you know, die cut for it. You can use your tag however you like, of course. I really like that reinforcement. That's really cool. And then it has all these pieces. So I'm going to grab some paper, and I already know what paper I have in mind to use. I might use something from a kit that I don't think I've released the video for yet, so it might be new to you. We will see. I do love that they have full instruction here on how to make your little bow. And I'm kind of thinking I need to cut this bow out of felt. I think that'd be fun. Okay, so I will, yeah, there is the closure strap and the center strap. Very interesting. Oh, I see why. Okay, cool. Okay, let me grab the things I want to use and we'll get started. So let's first make our bag. Now I have this stack I recently picked up from Hobby Lobby, and it is all plaids, and I've been wanting to use this plaid, so I think this will be really cute. It is very, not directional, but, you know, it does have what it has here. So what I'm going to do is, now since we have a die, I can line this up and say, okay, every time I cut this, I want it to be right on that black edge up to this black edge, and then the next one I'll cut exactly the same so they look pretty much exactly the same, which I think would be nice. Or you can think about it, okay, if I have the gusset and this is here, you know, I'm not going to be so particular with this part, but I do want to point out that this is the top of the bag, you know, in the gusset area, and this is the bottom. So if you have a direction, you know, you cut it this way and then you turn your paper, you're like, oh no. So just know this is the bottom of the gusset. So I think that is really good. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut it out with an intention that this is where I want this, so the next one I cut is going to be right on this side, again with just a little black on either side. It doesn't have to be identical, but you know, pretty close is what I'm going to try to do. And then since I'm going to do that, I need to really tape it down, and I will run that through the marquee. One other thing we want to do with these guys, depending on what you want to do, I'm going to make the ribbon, and I'm going to go ahead and I was going to use felt. I'm trying to think, do I want to... I'm trying to think how I want to attach it, because I'm thinking I want to attach it a different way. I'm going to do as they intended, but I think making a felt ribbon, I want it to be reusable. I would attach it with twine. So maybe I'll still do this and still tie it, but that way you can see what we're supposed to do. So I'm going to take this off and pop that right in there. And it is symmetrical one way and the other, so it doesn't really matter which side is up or, you know, which way you have it there. And so I'm going to hold that down, of course. I'm going to trim this down a little bit, run it through the marquee. Also this one, down in this area, I'm going to make them so they're both the same. And I think if I cut them right about in the same area, I think we'll be good. Ooh, yeah, because I'm just trying to see what is actually going to show. This is going to be trapped somewhere else. So maybe like this. Okay, cut this down, cut it out, 2 of each. And I'll be right back. Real quick, I do want to point out, I went to cut this and I was like, oh, okay, hold on. Because, you know, I like to use the folders I already have. I don't remember what I pulled out of this kit. I'm assuming it was just the regular folder because I don't see another. But if you have this in here, it just kind of sticks out. So if you don't have any of the extended folders, what I would do is run this through as much as you could. Whatever this little piece is that's sticking out, I would just leave it. Don't take it off. Don't undo any of this. And then put that little piece back through and then run it through again so that last piece gets cut. But I do have the extended cutting folder, so I'm just using that. But I did want to make a note of that in case you don't have any and you're wondering, oh, how am I going to finish this cut? So that's one way you can do it. Yeah, all right, I'll keep cutting. So I have quite a few things here. All right. I don't know how that tape came around the edge there, but there we go. Okay. So again, I always like to score things ahead of time, but it does say, you know, to go ahead and cut, you know, after you've chosen what kind of closure you want. That's number 1. And then number 2, we're cutting these guys. It says, if desired, stamp designs on all 4 die cut bag pieces. Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, so if you want to use any of these like backgrounds or, you know, these little accent pieces, just stamp that up and get it ready to go. What I was trying to say is I always like to bone fold, or not really bone fold, but at least score or fold on the score lines all the pieces before I start gluing. But if you rather not, then don't do that and just wait until later. But I know with a gusset it usually folds in like this, right? Or however. So just doing that. And yeah, this one's gonna be more like that. And this one only has that bottom score line. at the very bottom of the bag. So I'm just going to take a second to do that, and I will be right back. Okay, so I'll just show you how they have it lined up in here. Something like that. I have them facing up towards me, but it looks like for them in the diagram it might be a different story. And where's my precious glue? There it is. If you want to use a double line tape, that's good too. I'm just going to put glue almost up to the very edge, but by the time I've kind of like positioned this, I'm going to open this up. It'll kind of move around a little bit, see how it's kind of squishes. So the reason I like to do the score marks is because then I can see exactly where I am on that edge. It just makes a nicer edge. And of course, supposedly I took a good look at where I was cutting this, and that's actually not bad. So what I'm doing, oh actually let me push this up just a little bit, is I'm looking at the edge, but I'm also looking at where these guys fold in. So that one folds there, that one folds there, and they're on the same plane basically. Okay, and then I can kind of give it a good squish. Same thing for this guy. So we're just putting, and that's basically it, you guys, and after this we're just decorating. So very simple. I'm just gonna go around and put these together. Again, make sure it's nice and straight. This guy goes, yep. I was going to turn it over again like a dog chin, you know, walking around circles with his tail. So I was going to turn it over and turn it over and turn it over. That's because I'm giving it a good once over on every, you know, area. Alright, and then we have this one here. I'll bring this guy in. Again, paying attention to kind of where everything is. So that's about the right height. Looks good. Okay, and then now we're just going to bring it around and then tape or glue these two flaps right at the end here. And then I just want to see what they're doing for the bottom. Okay. So there's our last piece. And I'm just going to let these guys hang out over here this way. And again, I'm kind of watching where I'm at. And edge to edge. Looking good. This one's a little more in. And keep it pinched. So I'm going to hold on to this just till it sets up this last piece, because this one I will have to kind of coax and keep together. And just let the bag set up. I'll be right back. Okay, and part 4 is just to tuck these guys in and then, you know, glue it here. So you can put glue wherever you like if you want to put more on the inside to reinforce a little bit more, but I'm just going to put the way they showed there. So like, let me see how much is overlapping. Good 1/2 inch. Again, if it gets a little bit more out, that's okay, because this is just the bottom. And I'm kind of squaring it up. I don't know if you saw that. It kind of can move, so I'm just squaring it up, making sure everything's in the center. This is very cute. So I'm going to hold this just so it sets up a little bit longer before I bring in like a bone folder or something to press down in the other direction. But if you want to put glue on those inner tabs too, like on this back side, go for it, because that all just helps be reinforced. And there is the bag, basically. This is a good sized little bag. Let me measure this for you. It is 2 3/4 inches wide, and you know, you can open it up, but obviously you have to gusset. It's about 1 3/4 there, and the height to where it barely opens there is about 4 inches. That's pretty good. Again, we chose this little slit so that we can put our bow. So the next thing I'm going to do is cut my bow. Now, I am going to cut felt pieces. And right now, for some reason, even though I just did this, I don't recall if I have to use a metal shim with the marquee. I just err on the side of using it because that's what I like to do with felt. I always use metal shim, even if I was using a different kind of machine. If it has a metal shim, I'm cutting into the metal shim just because I feel like it gives you a nice cut. But I'm using felt. You would do the same thing if you're using paper. It's exactly the same. And I found this felt because I like the red color. It's glittery. Not what I was really looking for because I wanted this to be a little more rustic, but that's okay. I think it'll be cute. So we want to cut 2 of this. One of the closure strap, which is this longer one, and one of the smaller one, which is the center strap, like to put your bow together, and then 2 of the tails if you want to use tails. So I'm going to cut 2 of these out. Let me run this through. I'll try and see if it cuts without the metal shim, and I'll come back and let you know. But either way, let me just get this situated and I'll show you what I normally do. So I just cut this one, and you know what? No metal shim, and it works great. I always put a metal shim, or I have been, but with a marquee I always like to be gentle. With all my machines I like to be gentle. Like, I don't want to put too much pressure if it doesn't need it. So obviously adding a metal shim with the felt, and you know, it does add some to it, right? So let me just show you what I did, and if for some reason I have to pick a little bit off, like, I rather do that than to force too much pressure into my machine. Now if you're just doing it with paper, obviously it'll just cut right through, it's fine. But let me put this on here. So we need 2 of this. Of course I'm doing something funky here. Sorry, my window's open. Okay. Sorry, I always seem to have like my little allergies, my little when I'm trying to make videos. Let's see how this works. Alright. Yeah, so this one, it didn't cut quite as cleanly as that first one did, but that's okay. Like I said, I'd rather do less force than more pressure, you know? So I'll just snip these little pieces. But my other trick that, like I said, I normally do is I will take the, so I'm just going to give that little snip right there, release that one. This guy. Metal shim. And you can see this metal shim is well loved. It's been cut many times. So what I'll do next, I'll just show you real quick what this is kind of like. I'm just going to cut this down. Pop that on there. Gave myself no wiggle room. Put that in here. And just going to roll that through. And that cuts out super clean because of that extra metal, and that just really helps cut in. So again, that's if you're using felt. You can do it one way or the other. I would try with less pressure and then with more if it doesn't quite work for you. All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to cut out all the pieces that we need. So in the meantime, I plugged in my hot glue gun. You can use tacky glues or whatever fabric glues if you're using felt. If you're using just paper, then super easy, just use paper glues, right? Or regular stuff. So this is what's going to help us put this onto the bag. I'm probably not going to use this, but I'm going to show you how you would use it. This is the center strap for the bow, and then we have our cute little pieces here. And you know what I just thought about? I should have turned one around because actually they look cute like that. But if you want them to be like this, you want to cut one from the back side of your paper. So again, if you have a directional paper, I would, let's say this is the glittery side, I'm going to turn it over, I'm going to put my die on this side, then run it through, so when I turn it back over, the glitter, and it's facing the right way. But I wasn't going to use this anyway, but that actually looks kind of cute. So I might still, we'll see. I'm painting it fast and loose today, because basically I'm going to use this, and then I'm going to probably attach it with, what's it called? Twine, because I want to be able to reuse this bow. So. Alright, so it says here, I'm just going to put everything in the way so you can kind of see what they're doing. One up and one down like this. So that's how you get that really cute fullness in your bow. And it says just to put some glue basically on the back side, right? So they come around this way. Now, I'm always curious, like, do they go straight here? Does it go here? Do they go right to the center? I would say just do whatever is it you like. You know, in the picture they have it kind of a little bit like here, you know, leaves a little gap there. It changes the size of the bow too if you play with that. So however you want to do it. So let's stay like that. I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue here. So cute. So I'm just eyeballing this. On the instructions, they say to go ahead and put the hot glue there. So if you want to put it there, or the glue, should I say, because they're talking about paper bows. I'm just changing it up a little bit. And I would say make them both the same way. So if you do leave a gap in between these two, do the same thing on the other one. So I'll put them both the same. Look how cute that is already. And then this guy, I'm just putting it here because I just kind of grab this and bring it over. And again, I'm probably making them pretty much the same. So I'm going to do a little different than the instructions just because of the goal I have in mind here. I actually had to sneeze and I was holding this down, so I was like, oh, I'll take a quick pause. Okay, so we have our bow here. One's going up, one's going down, and if you're going to put them together, you're going to see that they're going to look like something like this from the front. So it just looks like a really nice, full, sweet bow. This little, remember the smaller one, is the one that's going to go around here. And just like that, I mean, that's a sweet little bow. They say to put them together like this. I'm going to do something a little bit different. So, okay, let's just imagine we have this on here, and then they say to add, so we have that there, and then they say to add the little legs on afterwards, which mine are going to be facing like the same. There's a little movement, so cute. Obviously we tuck that up there. And then you're going to take this and put it through here. And that's just going to hold this together and then put the bow on, right? We're going to bring this through here. You know, if it was paper, slide in there very easy. And bring it around, right? But since it's felt, I'm not going to use this one. But anyway, you pop it through there and then go ahead and glue that together. And then you would stick this, glue this to your front. But I'm going to do something a little bit different. And I'm not going to use the legs, remember? So I had mentioned that earlier. So we're still going to put these guys together. And I'm going to take a little piece of twine, and that's how I'm going to wrap this bow into those little openings, but that's kind of why I wanted to use the circular openings, but I wanted to show you guys if you were using a bow and paper, what you would do. So I'm just going to take that. I could sew it in later, but what I'm going to do is just glue it in now. So they do say to put it together like this. Put a little glue. And then they say from the back to the front to wrap this around, just so you can kind of see what you're doing. So if I started here, I'm going to go around there, bring it back around to the front. And before I really glue anything, I would be looking at the front just to make sure it's arranged correctly or nicely. And with hot glue, of course, I'll pull all this other stuff away later. There we go. That looks good. I'll pull these other little pieces away later and then bring it around, and then you would just glue this down. But I'm going to pop this little piece in here just to help me add it. So I'm just sticking that in there along with the end. Again, I'm just doing something a little bit different. So I'm going to hold that down till it sets up, and I'll be back. Okay, so there's my little bow. That little holder, and that's what I'm going to use, and then we'll just finish decorating it. But I just wanted to show you guys. So basically I'm going to pop this through here. It's going to be a little bit different than if it was just the little circles, but I would do the little circles next time. I know usually I stick to the rules, but today I want to do something different. So I'm going to pop that through there and hold on to it, and then this other side. Sorry, am I not in frame? I'm not sure. You can still use the slots, you know, it's not the biggest deal. But for twine, you're supposed to use the little circles. And that way, your recipient can open it and close it, and they can also use that on a traveler's notebook. Now, you can just tie it in a knot or whatever. I'm just going to put another bow, tighten it up. And I'm just going to grab some embellishments actually from one of the card kits, the new holiday card kits, because that's kind of what I had in mind with this plaid. So I'll be right back, but I'm just going to grab some items from that. But, you know, decorate up however you like. I mean, that's what the stamps and the dies and everything that come in this kit are about. But I will be right back. So I already knew this is what I wanted to use, this little shape from the card kit. I love it so much. So I want to pop them on there, and then maybe something else to go in the background. So I'm going to look through here and pick out what it is that I want to use, and I will be right back. Okay, you know, I'm going to do something like this. Since I added that red bow and it's glittery, let's just go a little a little elegant, a little more feminine on this one. So I'm just going to glue this down. And when the card kit's available, I'll have the link for you guys. I don't know that it's available quite yet. And then I'm going to put this one on pop dots. I'm definitely using that bow die though for my traveler's notebooks. It's so cute. And then you just wrap it around. This piece, when you go to wrap this around, you put it on your paper clip, you know, through the paper clip and around the bow, and you're good to go. I don't know if I should put it right in the middle or just kind of a little bit higher up. Put more of that red there. Alright. And that's my little gift bag. Again, they have the Autoship option. I mean, it has, I think, Halloween stuff. It has Valentine's Day, lots of different occasions, and so throughout the year, which is really, really sweet. So thanks for watching, guys. Thank you so much, Diamond Press, for sending these items for my review. And yeah, so I hope that was a fun video for you guys. All right, I'll see you at the next one. Bye now.
Guys, I decided to add a little sentiment, so I was just stamping one of the sentiments in red ink, and then I cut it out with the tag die that's just kind of rectangular, and then I'll top that off with that little red reinforcement, or that little reinforcement piece that I cut out in red paper. Super cute. And then I just undid the bow and added that in there. So, alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you at the next one. Bye now.